one of the most special things was not only that you felt that you could come home, but that you invited me to come into the delivery room with you for when Odessa was born. That was particularly special for me. And then when we brought her home, real life started to kick in and happen. And that was a bit tricky.
Yeah. Well, like from funny things as a new mom, my one story that's a little funny, but the Band-Aid, I still tell that story, over the umbilical cord because I was concerned. It was bleeding, it was doing all this stuff. And then of course, you know, I think you'd help me change her. You were just trying to help out and change her. And then you were like, oh, Corine, what is this? What happened? And I was like, I just put a Band-Aid on her because I didn't want it to, you know, bother her anymore.
Yeah.
And you're like, and I could just tell in your face that you were concerned and like, okay, we need to figure out this. And not in a bad way, but it was more like, okay. And I knew then, I was like, just the fact that
a new mom thing.
And, you know, I remember times, she wouldn't stop crying at night, and I tried everything. And, you know, making the long trek to, you know, your room and knocking on your door at whatever hour actually at that point, and handing her over and like, Mom, I tried, I don't know what else to do. And because you are totally alone in the midnight hours. Actually, that's the biggest part actually, where I think you feel the most alone. I know for myself, I even tell new moms who have maybe a significant other with them, honestly, you can call me anytime, because I remember how lonely the night feels when this little one won't stop crying. You're trying your best and your whole world feels like it's been just flipped upside down. And it was just so impactful to me to have somewhere to kind of hand her off and going, I'm at the end of myself. I need your help. I don't know what else to do.
And then there were times when, you know, I wasn't all that receptive to how all of this had really impacted our lives. I would do a full shift at work, and then I would come home and I would help prepare her for bed, giving her a bath. And you, of course, trying to provide still for her, and you were going out to work. But my day didn't end when I got home. It just started yet another thing. And I think you and I had to work through and sort of figure out, okay, what is it? I think that was probably some of my reactions were a little hurtful. They were quite hurtful, probably, or maybe disappointing.
I never really noticed it through like the working time. That one I think was good actually, or maybe I was just too busy to notice. And it might be one of those, you know, mom moments where you look back and you kind of feel, okay, I could have done this and this maybe a little bit better. I would say school was tougher. I know there was a couple of incidences at school where I needed to stay late. I mean, as a mom, a more seasoned mom now, looking back and seeing the double shift essentially that you were pulling, and working 5 days a week, a really intense, heavy job. And then on the weekend, on the Saturday, having to deal with a toddler essentially, was not easy. And, you know, I know for myself, I can give grace to those moments where maybe you felt you didn't handle quite as well. But, yeah, I would say they were tricky. They did feel a little bit like, I'm trying here, you know, those kinds of things.
And I think those were some bumps in our road that, you know, that's where real life happens. And regardless of how tough it was, or sometimes a little bit of that friction back and forth, because we're both tired.
Yeah.
We're both doing a lot, but we're doing it together. And I think that was really our saving grace.